Hi everybody. Today I thought I would show you kind of my wig collection. Some of these might be kind of familiar. I've used a couple of them in my videos before, but I still have plans to use the rest of them probably, if I can find the right way, I guess. So yeah, let's start. So my first one I want to show you, this is actually not a wig. This is kind of like a clip-on hair extension thing. So it just gives me a longer, more luxurious ponytail, hence why my hair is in a ponytail right now. And I used this for my superhero Whisper cosplay. So you can see it gives me a ponytail, a nice long luxurious ponytail. Kind of like this look actually. I'm trying to think what else I could use it. I only have one, so I can't like do pigtails, but I could probably do like a side pony or something like that. I originally got this to do Bombshell Stargirl. So Bombshell Stargirl has like the long blonde ponytail. Her hair is kind of like in the victory roll up at the front, and then she has like a pair of blue goggles, which I cannot find. I dug for them. I was like, oh man, I want the blue goggles. So anyway, so that's why I bought this originally. I also used it for, Whisper, my superhero. I'm thinking about making another Whisper video. I have some plans. So let me know if there's any particular role play or character you'd like me to mess around with, because I love doing that. So yes, this is my ponytail. My hair is not really very long to do it all on its own yet, but maybe someday, right? Okay. So for the rest of my wigs, I'm going to show you how I usually put my hair up for these. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of wearing wig makeup right now, and I call it that because it's extra makeup than I would normally wear. It's a little bit more contouring. So there's highlights on the nose, highlights on the cheeks. There's some lowlights here on the side of my cheek. But the most important part is actually some low light here around your scalp. It helps blend the wig more and make it look a little bit better. Yeah, so I usually wear more makeup when I'm wearing a wig, because if I don't, I generally look kind of washed out. So when I wear more makeup, I look normal, actually. So I have to take out my headphones here so I can actually put on the way I normally do it. So I have this wig cap. I'll put it on like so. And one end, just kind of like normal, and one end is like stretchy. So I put it on, kind of like this, and then this can like move around to catch all your hair, and sometimes I'll clip it like that. I'll put my headphones back in now. Make sure I'm not being too obnoxiously loud or whatever. And then, because I like to be thorough, I have another one right here. So this one doesn't have a hole at the top, but I kind of pull over it. That way, nothing can get out. So that's how I get my hair out of the way for my wigs. The next one I want to show you is one that you've actually seen before. So this is one that I used for Estelle. So this is my very first lace front wig. And lace front wigs, when you buy them, they have this bunch of lace that hangs down here. And I'm not really in a good position to get really close to the camera right now. But lace front wigs more real because it looks like the hair is actually coming out of your scalp. Now, normally you would get some spirit gum or something to glue this part down to make it more realistic. But yeah, this is it. And then, of course, with Estelle, I wore a hairband. But I originally bought this wig for a Mount Lady cosplay. So I had made these little horns, and they went on here like this. Can you tell? And then I had a mask, actually the whisper mask. I painted it red for that video, but it was originally purple, like this color. Yeah, so these are originally made out of like poster paper. So I rolled them, several different pieces. And then, what did I do? So rolled poster paper, then I kind of like masking taped it together to get all the different like shape parts. And then over it, I put like this foam. It's not clay because it's a lot lighter than clay, but it kind of worked like clay. I really wish I could, maybe it was like floral clay or something like that. And I spread it all around, let it dry, sanded it, painted it. Yeah, this was a hassle. This was a pain in the butt to make, but I wanted them to be really, really light. They like don't really weigh anything. That way, because I couldn't figure out the best way to attach them to the wig, because I didn't want a headband, and I wanted them to be really secure. So I made it with poster paper so that I could poke holes in it, and then it has this yarn, and I literally used the yarn, and I like tied it to the wig itself. So they were really sturdy. They didn't really weigh anything. Anyway, I no longer have my Mount Lady costume, which is kind of sad. It was my very first time trying to make a bodysuit, and I didn't do a spectacular job. So when I moved, it didn't really hold up very well with the packing and whatever. But yeah, so this is my Mount Lady wig. And it's really curly and fun, but it also means it's kind of hard to take care of because I can't really brush it very well. Yeah, so this is Mount Lady. Maybe someday I'll try to remake her bodysuit. I'll put a picture, maybe somewhere, of what that costume actually looks like so you can know what I'm talking about. Okay. Which wig next? Sorry, whenever I do a video where I talk a lot, I need to have a beverage. Otherwise, I just like Vanilla Coke Zero, my soda of choice. Okay, so this is a very, very, very cheap wig that I got online. And it is pretty wrecked. I don't even think I got this for any particular reason initially. But, like, it's all knotted and gnarled. And with a little love and care, I could probably fix it a little bit. But I just haven't really had the time. So I initially bought this. What did I initially buy this for? I think it was just really cheap. And I was like, why not? So as you can see, it looks really goofy right now. But I mostly use this wig for my Bombshell Batwoman cosplay. So with the hat, it helps hide the nasty part. It's got the hat. Yeah, so Bombshell Batwoman. In this continuity, she is a baseball player. Bat woman, like a baseball bat. Yeah, what else? So her outfit is kind of like an old style women's baseball uniform. I still have that one. I'm really proud of it, actually. I worked really hard on it. Maybe someday, if I can think of a good role play with Batwoman, I'll bring it out and you can see it. But yeah. So this is my Batwoman wig. I really do need to give it some love and attention though, because it's all knotted and gnarled and whatever. So the reason why I decided that I wanted to do a wig video in the first place was one of the podcasts I like. I listen to a lot of podcasts, particularly murder podcasts, because I am a trope of myself. Wine and crime. I think during one of the ads in a recent episode, they had said something like, I love wig videos, watching people put on and take off wigs. It's awesome. And I was like, I have a lot of wigs. I bet I could make a video about that. Okay, this is the very first wig I ever tried to style on my own. So it has some gross bangs that I cut myself. It used to not have any bangs at all. But then I added these ears and this headband directly to the wig itself. And a lot of times with these wigs, I need to use like a whole bunch of pins to get them to lay just right, not fall off my head. But yeah, this one little hair does not want to behave. Tuck up behind my ear. There we go. So this, I made this wig for, oh my gosh, I cannot even remember the character now. It was the very first cosplay I made all by myself too, and I can't even remember. Anyway, it's a character from No Game No Life, which is an anime that unfortunately did not hold up very well. But I watched it with my fiance and I really liked it. And I was looking for a character that had a simpler costume because it was my very first time trying to make something like that. So I wanted to do a character from a show that I watched and enjoyed, but I wanted to find a character that wore a kimono because kimonos are sewn entirely in straight lines. There are no curved anything. So it's like straight lines. It's fairly simple. It's not like, and they don't have to be like specifically sized. There's a little bit more give in the sizing. And I was like, okay, let's find a character that wears a kimono. And this particular character, I'm so mad I can't think of it. She wears a kimono and she's like a little fox girl. And so I made a tail to go with it. So that was fun too, learning how to make a tail. And then also I had to put a hole in the kimono in the back so that the tail could thread through. So it wasn't just a kimono, but yeah, so if I can find any pictures of me in this cosplay, I'll send those as well. I'll just send you all of my pictures in cosplay. Show off. Anyway, so this is my I want to say Itsuki, but that does not seem right. I'll look it up. I'll figure it out. Anyway, I like this color a lot. If colored hair wasn't so hard to maintain, I would probably dye it a lot more. Okay, let's show off another wig. Okay, oh, I braided this one so it wouldn't get tangled. I just unbraided a little bit. So this is my Revolutionary Girl Wig. This is actually the most recent cosplay I made because her jacket is very complicated. I bought this wig, it was already pre-styled, but I did style it some more afterwards anyway. Okay, this wig is not super comfortable. So you got that beautiful 90s hair, right? So you got these lovely little curls. You got these little doodads that should basically stick right to her face. And then you have the mullet. So these short little strands here. And then the longer hair. So yes, this is with this one I would probably need to, and there's an airplane flying by. With this one I really need to pin things in place and get everything to lay exactly the way I want to, otherwise it looks really dumb. I mean, it looks kind of dumb anyway, but that's just Utena's hairstyle. What are you gonna do? So this is Utena Tenjo from Revolutionary Girl Utena. I've never actually worn this cosplay anywhere. I've made it and I've taken a couple pictures, but I haven't worn it. With as much work as I put into it, you'd think that I would have. Someday. I really want to do a roleplay video with this costume. I need to find the best characterization for her. That entire show is complicated. It's very complicated. Gosh, yeah. The creator, Ikihara, does some very, very bizarre shows. He's also the mind behind Yuri Kuma, Sarazan Mai, Penguin Drum. He did some of the seasons of Sailor Moon, which I adore. Yeah. So someday I will think of something to do with this wig. It's just too pretty not to. And I spent so much time trying to get it exactly the way I wanted it. And yeah, Utena's a complicated character. What can I say? It's a complicated show and a complicated character. There we go. That looks a little... Okay. This is also one of the only characters I've ever cosplayed had that doesn't have something else on her head. Because Stargirl had her goggles, Batwoman had her hat, my cute little Fox Girl had her ears and her little headband, and Mount Lady had the little horns. So I guess I like characters that have little accoutrements on their heads. It's been a learning experience. So I have a couple other wigs, but I'm only going to show you one more, mainly because I didn't want to have to dig through my wig storage right now. Yeah, so I'll show you one more. I gotta get back into actually cosplaying again. Otherwise, it's like, why do I have all these wigs? Okay. So this one is a bit more complicated. So I did this one last. So this wig is actually a couple different pieces. Gotta find the front. I think this is the front. Gosh, it's hard to tell sometimes. Okay. Oof, this one's been in storage for a while. I need to smooth some stuff out to make this wearable again. I'm pretty sure this character has more bangs rather than pushed aside, but what are you gonna do? got these little tufts right here that are cute, I think. So I guess in theory one could just wear it like this, just a short hair. What is this? Yeah, so in theory one could wear it like this. I would probably need to style it. Yeah, because these little tufts are going crazy. Anyway, however, it also comes with these pieces. It's very long pieces. So one could, in theory, wear it as a ponytail. But it is meant to be worn like this. I'm trying to think, is this like where the horn where it normally is? Okay. So, got pigtails. And I love how the ends are pink. They all blend into pink. I guess with Birds of Prey out now, like one could say like, oh, it could be a Harley wig or something, but that's not what it's originally for. Let me pull out the horns. Okay, so this cosplay, of course, they're taller. They're too tall to really get a good look. I made these horns. And this little piece is supposed to go over it. So, this is... Let me see if I can get this to actually stay. My Dragon Maid costume from Ms. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So this character is named Toru. And she kind of wears this cute little, like, maid dress, apron-y thing. And she is a dragon that is also a maid because anime is wild. So she's got these horns. These horns I made very differently from the other horns. I think I definitely made these first. So the purple horns were an improvement on my previous process. Let's see what I got here. They also are not even, and they're not even. And they're pretty heavy. So I have to be really careful about how I put them on. And I usually need a lot of pins and stuff. So as you can see, they're heavy. They're hot glued to the headband here. But these are, oh, they make good sounds though. So these are made of, like, ventilation foam. Is that the right word? You basically get a big can of it and you spray it into a big old mass. You let it dry, and then you can carve the shapes you want. So this is foam that I carved into this very specific shape. It took a very long time. And then I covered it with clay, which the clay was very heavy. I learned this for my purple horns, that the clay was too heavy to do a very good job. So I covered it in clay, let it dry, sanded it, painted it. So they're heavier than the other ones. They're also not hollow like the other ones. And then I just used a whole bunch of hot glue to get them on this headband. So, yeah. But if I were to move my head too much, they fall. Which is why they need a lot of pins to hold them in place. So that is my final wig. Final wig of today anyway. If these wigs sparked any ideas for some fun role-playing or some fun characters, let me know. I love characters. I actually have one in the works for that pigtail one I showed first. It's probably going to end up being a fixing you video. If anybody can think of any characters with a long blonde ponytail that might fit in a fixie video. Post your predictions below. I'm very excited. I had to order a couple of things to make it work, but I'm very excited. So, as always, love all of your suggestions. Keep them coming.